This program is paid for by the Varsity Media Foundation, a 501c3 nonprofit educational organization, and its partners.
You're listening to the Varsity Sports Show, home of Arizona's youth, high school, college sports, and you, empowering education and enabling dreams, right here on KDUS AM 1060 in Arizona. And now, welcome to the Varsity Sports Show.
Hello, this is Colton O'Connor from the Varsity Sports Show. This summer has been such an amazing experience for me and my fellow interns. From being the beat reporter for the Arizona Rattlers, to hosting the show with Mahir and Sammy in studio 2 weeks ago, to hosting the show with Vince and Faith over at Ottawa University, giving a preview of their sports.
My favorite part of the summer was reporting on the Valley's indoor football team. I was lucky enough to have access to the games as well as the post-game press conferences, where I got so much real-world reporting experience. I have so many great experiences from this summer, like the Varsity 4th of July special, where I reported on a veterans landmark at my favorite spot in Tempe Town Lake. Tempe Town Lake is just a couple minutes away from the Tempe campus and is such a pretty spot to hang out outside, and it really feels like you're not in the city for a little bit.
I have made so many special memories this summer and gained so much valuable experience for my career. Unfortunately, the summer has to end at some point and I have to go back to school. Thank you guys for tuning in all summer. I really appreciate it. This was Colton O'Connor from the Varsity Sports Show, signing off one last time.
Hello, everyone. This is Sammy Kayla for the Walter Cronkite School of Journalism and Mass Communication at Arizona State University, reporting for the Varsity Sports Show. And thank you so much for joining me for one last time. This is my final week with the Varsity Sports Show, and I just wanted to recap this entire summer and what my favorite moments were. Varsity Sports Show has been an invaluable experience for me. I've gotten to sharpen my skills in radio, announcing, podcasting, and commentating. Fun fact, this was my very first job in the sports journalism industry, and this is my last job as I am exiting college. I needed my final internship requirement to graduate officially with my bachelor's degree in sports journalism. And during the summer, I've had fun covering all of the fun events surrounding the Phoenix area. My favorite story in particular was a story I did about a professional wrestling charity event that happened last month. It's been a great experience. Another experience I can mention is the 4th of July package I did. I had to go to a mountain and hike and film all of the content. I want to extend my special thank you to Vince DeLisio. Vince, you were the best first boss I could have ever asked for, and thank you for letting me come back to fulfill my final graduation requirement. And that is going to be all for this week. Ladies and gentlemen, for one last time, I am Sammy Caleb from the Cronkite School reporting for the Varsity Sports Show.
This is Faith Campbell from Arizona State University on the Varsity Sports Show. Today, I'm coming to you from my studio, aka my closet. As my time here at the Varsity Sports Show comes to an end, I can't help but reflect on some of the amazing opportunities I've had. From covering the College World Series to interviewing coaches and commits and editing videos, graphics, audio, I've improved my reporting, interviewing, and editing skills while also learning a new one: how to host a radio show. I've been so grateful for the countless networking opportunities I've gotten, which have allowed me to reach further than I ever thought was possible as a reporter. While the end of this internship is bittersweet, I'm filled with joy to have earned my degree in Mass Communication and Media from the Walter Cronkite School of Journalism at Arizona State. Going forward, I plan to pursue a career in media, sports, and entertainment. My time here at the Varsity Sports Show has been nothing short of rewarding every step of the way. From Arizona State University, this is Faith Campbell on the Varsity Sports Show.
Hey Varsity Sports Show listeners, this is Manav Gupta from the University of Houston. As you know, I'm a summer intern with the show, and as this is the last week of the semester, I'm going to reflect on my experience working for the past few months here, and I greatly enjoyed reporting for Varsity and sharing stories from the Houston area. Getting to host the radio show was a great experience for me. Learned a lot from that. Loved interviewing the guests and bringing the show back from break, and the call-ins, doing them almost every week. I really like doing that, sharing the latest topic from Houston, whether that was cricket or giving insight on the Big 12 and college athletics. And my favorite package was about my coverage of Major League Cricket, and I thought that was my best work. And I really gained a lot of understanding of how radio works and helped me get closer to my goals as a potential reporter or broadcaster where I can be comfortable on the radio. And my ultimate goal is to be in sports as a writer, reporter, broadcaster. I just want to be flexible and versatile, and the skills that I have in Varsity was actually my last class at the University of Houston. With this internship credit, I've now graduated my degree in journalism at 21 years old. So I want to thank Vince for the opportunity and coming to Houston to talk about this. And if you want to check out any of my work, please go to my YouTube channel, Mon of Sports Talk, or check me out on X, Twitter, Instagram, TikTok, MG Sports Talk for all my latest content and interviews. One of my previous interviews include JJ Watt when he was in Arizona. So check that out if you can, and you'll still be seeing me in the fall. So thank you so much.
Hey everyone, this is Cal Goff with the Varsity Sports Show. I'm out here at Arizona State University where I attend school, and here's a little more about my summer with the Varsity Sports Show. Mountain America Stadium, or Sun Devil Stadium, is one of my favorite locations on Tempe's campus. It is a spot where I've created and had lasting memories. I surely will find myself here at the end of August for this year's first football game against Northern Arizona. The areas around the stadium are also amazing, featuring Tempe Town Lake and unique architecture. This summer, I have extremely enjoyed my time interning with the Varsity Sports Show, creating content and meeting a bunch of new people along the way. Through my work, I refined skills I already possessed and acquired new skills in the radio side of media industry. The time spent this summer will undoubtedly help me and benefit me in my upcoming semesters at Arizona State University. Once again, I'm Cal Goff, and thank you to everyone for tuning in to the Varsity Sports Show this summer.
Hello everybody, my name is Alana Lynch, one of the summer interns for the Varsity Sports Show. I'm a junior at Arizona State University studying journalism and mass communications with an interest in public relations. I am currently at the Walter Cronkite School of Journalism at my home base as I reminisce and reflect on my experience with the Varsity Sports Show this summer. One of the goals that I had prior to starting the internship was to be well-rounded and to expand on the skill sets that I already had. I would say that I definitely achieved that goal through the internship, as I am not a sports reporter, but I had plenty of opportunities and was able to dip my toe in that world, which was pretty fun and cool to see. I would also say that my skills of production and editing and with those editing tools also was advanced and expanded this summer. While I did take classes, basically teaching me how to use those tools, I was basically able to use those teachings and bring it to life, which was also really great. I was able to also see the behind the scenes of how a radio show is run, how to have a backup plan if things don't necessarily go as planned. And I would say that I came out the internship being more well-rounded, great skill set, and having a new network of opportunities. So thank you so much for the Varsity Sports Show for such a great experience this summer. Once again, Alana Lynch reporting for the Varsity Sports Show.
Hi, this is Charlize Collins from Arizona State University reporting for Varsity Sports Show. I was honored to be an intern for this summer, and I'd really love to tell you guys just about some of the experiences and some of the things I've learned during this summer. First of all, the exposure you get to covering all different types of sports. For example, I covered collegiate track and field, high school's girl volleyball, high school's boys beach volleyball, men's basketball being the Suns, women's basketball being the Mercury, and I also was the beat reporter for the indoor football team of the Tucson Sugar Skulls. It was crazy. It was kind of learning every little bit of nuance, everything that you can about all these different types of sports and having to do extensive research in all of them. Kind of piggybacking off of me being the beat reporter for the Tucson Sugar Skulls, just that entire experience was so fulfilling, actually going to the press box, actually being that up close to the players and having to take notes and everything like that. The IFL is just a very fast-paced league, so you'll see something happen 1 second, you'll go down to take notes, you'll have to look up. So at some point you kind of always have to be looking in every which kind of direction for it. But I would say that those are the main things I've learned from this internship. This was Charlize Collins reporting from Arizona State University for Varsity Sports Show.
Hi everyone, this is Ava Bojack from the Varsity Sports Show. This summer has been such an incredible experience for me. I've really enjoyed working with other people, whether it's collaborating with someone on our team or chatting with guests on the show. Getting to interview people pushed me out of my comfort zone in the best way. Producing this type of content was just a lot of fun. I'm truly grateful to have been part of an internship like this, and I know the skills I've learned here will carry me into my future career. Looking ahead, my big goal is to transfer to a four-year university, one that will help me get closer to becoming a sports journalist. And if I dream big, I'd love to be involved with the 2028 Summer Olympics in Los Angeles. The Varsity Sports Show has definitely helped me take these steps forward towards that goal. I've learned so many new things, like what it's actually like to talk about sports on a live radio show, and I've gained a better understanding of how sports and media work together. Right now, I'm finishing up my last year at Orange Coast College. Ideally, I'd like to transfer somewhere in Southern California, but still far enough from my hometown to explore a new environment. My top choices are San Diego State University and USC, and I'm hopeful to get accepted into one of them so I can keep chasing my dreams. Outside of school and media, I still play tennis. I'm hoping I might still be able to walk on to the Division I team, but if not, I'm excited to join a club team and keep competing. Either way, I'm looking forward to what's next, and I'm also so thankful for everything this summer has taught me. And before I wrap it up, I just want to give a huge shout out to Vince and the entire Varsity Sports Show for giving me this opportunity. It's been such an honor to be part of this, and I'm so grateful for all the support and guidance along the way. Thank you so much.
Hi there, Varsity Sports Show listeners. My name is Mihir Sinhasan from Arizona State University. It's the end of summer here in the Valley, which means my time at the Varsity Sports Show is coming to a close. So here are some of my favorite moments over the past few weeks. I loved reporting on the show through pre-recorded packages and calling in to discuss Sun Devil athletics, something that I do often. I also did many of these reports on the road, either while covering an event like the FIFA Club World Cup or simply on vacation with my family. And I also loved hosting the show from Brophy College Prep and in studio with my ASU classmates. As for my goals, I want to work in the sports industry, either as a play-by-play broadcaster, writer, or a broadcast reporter, some things that I have experience with. But since joining Varsity, I've had more confidence in radio hosting and reporting, seeing myself in that role come graduation. Speaking of graduation, I start my senior year at Arizona State University in a few days, which includes working for student clubs like Blaze Radio and Inferno Intel, plus continuing my podcast about high school boys volleyball in Ohio. So while it may be the end of summer, it is certainly not the end of my time in sports journalism and in Arizona. Once again, I'm Mihir Sinhasan. A big thank you to Vince for bringing me on this summer, and a big thank you to you guys for tuning in and week out. So long, stay safe, and as always, go Varsity.
Hello and welcome back to AM 1060 KDUS Arizona on the Varsity Sports Show. I'm Jordan Tate from Westminster College, and it's with a bitter pleasure to give you all one final segment here for the Varsity Sports Show. Today's segment is going to look a little different, and it's going to be about my experience interning with the Varsity Sports Show and what's next for me in my life. But before we get into all that, I'd like to give a special shout out to everyone on my intern team this summer. You guys did a phenomenal job. It was an absolute pleasure working alongside you all. Another shout out to Vince. You did a great job assembling this team for the summer, and you did a great job leading us all and being an absolute leader. And I'm really appreciative for everything you did this summer, but I wouldn't change an absolute thing. I had an absolute blast creating all these packages, interviewing coaches, and even hosting a show. It was a lot of fun, and it's everything I love doing. I think my favorite part was doing the 2-minute drill. Vince allowed me to do my own little segment. It was 2 minutes, and it was just about 3 random sporting facts or history moments throughout the history of sports. And it's something I was really passionate about, and him allowing me to do that was an absolute extra for this internship. And what's next for me? Going back to school, I'm going to work for 88.9 FM Titan Radio. It's our school's radio station, and I'm also going to be anchoring for our show Titan Town Sports on campus. It's pretty much an ESPN-style show where we just kind of recap everything in the world of sports for our college campus, and sometimes we'll throw in a funny segment here and there. But like I said, it's been an absolute blast this summer. I wouldn't change a thing, and who knows, maybe you guys will see me again in the fall. But one last time, I'm Jordan Tate reporting for Varsity Sports. Thank you all.
My name is Will Lewin from the University of Nevada, Las Vegas, and this summer with the Varsity Sports Show gave me a chance to step into a different side of sports media. Now, most of my background is in sports production in Las Vegas, so radio was a new lane for me to explore, even if the industry is changing. It was interesting to see how local sports coverage works in a market outside of my own, and how a weekly show comes together from planning to broadcast. One of the highlights was getting to interview some incredible coaches from Ottawa University all the way up to the University of Arizona and learning about the passion and commitment they bring to their programs. My personal goals this year have been to grow my profile in sports media and keep building toward a career that combines broadcasting and production. While most of my big milestones like winning an Emmy and self-producing a tournament for the Philippines international baseball team happened outside of this internship, my time with Varsity still gave me a broader perspective on the Arizona sports community and how different outlets operate. That insight is valuable when you work in a field as competitive and ever-changing as sports media. Overall, it's been a busy and exciting summer, and I'm grateful for the opportunity to work with the Varsity Sports Show, connect with a new market, and keep pushing forward in my career in sports media. It's another experience to add to the journey, and every one of those helps shape where I'm going next. For the last time, this has been Will Lewin from the University of Nevada, Las Vegas. You're listening to the Varsity Sports Show.
This is Ella Creech reporting for the Varsity Sports Show for the last time of the summer. This summer has been very eventful and memorable with 14 pre-recorded segments, various live segments, and a day hosting on location at Brophy College Prep. I really enjoyed improving on editing, recording, and just overall my reporting skills. I'd never done this before, so I'm very grateful for Vince and the Varsity Sports Show for having me and taking a chance on me. I really enjoyed having the creative freedom, being able to come up with the majority of my segments and becoming more knowledgeable on those segments. I also really enjoyed designing the promos and conducting the multiple interviews with the athletes who deserve recognition. I think it's pretty clear my main passion is football, which was 90% of my segments. My future goals would have something to do with the NFL, and I feel like Varsity has gotten me one step closer. The dream would be to either have a career in sports business or sports broadcasting. My ultimate goal is to be like Erin Andrews and sideline report with the players and the coaches. Being a flag football player, I was happy to give flag football the recognition it deserves, and Varsity really helped me with that. This summer internship has led me into my senior year at Desert Vista High School, and trials for flag football actually just ended. So although the summer's over, I am grateful to still be surrounded by sports, especially the one I'm most passionate about. Overall, I'm excited to participate in this year's senior activities. I've been waiting for so long to finally be here. I'm excited to participate in the school spirit, and most of all, my senior season playing high school flag football. Thank you all for tuning in. Thank you to my family for supporting me. And thank you to Vince for taking a chance on the high schooler and believing in me. This is Ella Creech reporting for the Varsity Sports Show, signing off. Go Varsity!
Thank you for listening to the Varsity Sports Show, where our mission is to empower education and enable dreams, creating an unmatched platform to showcase talent both in front of and behind the microphone in radio, television, podcast, and live streaming. The Varsity Sports Show, still your home for youth, high school, college, and you in Arizona and beyond.